Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a Sims 2 speed build of a family home that I made. The other day on stream I actually made this home, and this took forever, by the way. I just want to put that out there right now. This took me like 4 hours to build this house, so it was a bit of a challenge. But yeah, I needed to build a home for my family. There's 3 adult Sims and they're about to have a baby, so it was time for me to do an upgrade. So yeah, I went ahead and used a blueprint to sort of get the general shape of the house. But then I kind of just like completely redid the inside layout, so it was kind of pointless to even use the blueprint. But I'm really excited to sort of showcase how this house turns out, because I actually really like the way that it turned out. So you can already see I'm kind of struggling to try to find a way to do the garage, because the garage door was supposed to originally be, I guess I should get my mouse off the screen. It was supposed to be on the sort of side of the house instead of the front. I ended up just putting it on the front because it worked better. Yeah, so that's basically that. So yeah, this was a really fun build for me to do. I needed like a family type of home. I didn't want to do a 2-story house or anything like that. And this was originally going to be a budget home because my Sims only had $14,000. But it ended up coming out to like 70,000 simoleons. So at the end of it all, we had to murder somebody for their money. And the roof was a pain to try to get on this, but I really like the way that the roof turned out. You'll see it. It's gonna show up soon. I did some cool stuff, and it looked really nice to me. So yeah, here I'm trying to get that sort of match, and I thought that turned out really well. Or maybe I didn't, because I'm redoing it. Okay, yeah, so basically this is just me working on the exterior of the house. It is a pretty weird shape, so I was nervous going into it that the roof was going to be difficult to do, and I did have a little bit of issue with this part that you see I'm doing right now. But other than that, everything kind of just like was pretty easy. The thing is with The Sims 2, like the roof, you can't choose which direction you want it to go in. It sort of depends on the orientation of the lot, and then if you go too far in either direction, the roof will flip. And for some of them, they have like multiple options of roof, like the same roof type has multiple angle options, but the one that I wanted specifically here didn't, so I had to settle with a different one, because I wanted to do that and sort of have it like match I want to do that sort of half slant, but I couldn't do it, so I ended up going with that. And then we're doing like a little back patio area is gonna happen. So I'm just getting the windows and stuff in. I did use a lot of custom content in this house, I will say that. And honestly, like the outside turned out so well on this house, in my opinion. I really love the shape of it, and I really loved the way that it looked when it was all done. The inside, I do like it too, but like looking back now, I was building for 4 hours. You kind of like sort of get lost in yourself and forget what looks good and what doesn't look good anymore. So it does look a little messy at parts. So you see I'm starting in the kitchen right now. This whole entire kitchen is going to be different than what it looks like at first, because I go through and I change like the entire thing towards the end of the build. So yeah, I've never really done like a speed build like this where I sort of narrate post commentary. And it's really weird because I'm trying to like think of things to talk about, but it's also going by so fast that it's hard for me to even keep up with what I'm doing. Yeah, so I wanted to have like an island or like a bar type deal, but then you'll see that I try to change a lot of things. And sort of the whole entire inside, like the layout of the walls and everything, is going to change a little bit as well. Because the original blueprint for the house, like I feel like in real life, you can get away with having close-quartered like living room, dining room, kitchen area. But in The Sims, it's just not going to work out well. It's going to look way too crammed, and it's going to be too hard for Sims to get around. So I didn't want to have everything be in this one big room of a living room, a dining room, and a kitchen. So I really like, I forgot that you could do that, have the island sort of like make an actual island in The Sims 2. I thought you could only do bar counters. So that was a pleasant surprise. But like I said, the kitchen's gonna change a lot. So there we are. I'm like, yep, see, I'm changing because I needed a room for a kid's room, and I wanted to have a separate room for the living room just because I didn't want it all to be crammed in one. So I opened that up, and then I put like those cute little columns on the walls, and I think that looks so nice. Okay. What else am I doing? Oh, now I'm putting in the closets. There's a lot of closets in this house. I sort of love the closets from The Sims 2. I completely like never used them, but very often, but now I'm like in love with them, so I used a lot of closets in this house. Also, I just want to say now there is a little bit of a glitch where like when I'm in build mode, none of the lights can turn on. Even when I go in the nighttime mode, they just don't turn on. I have to be in live mode in order to turn lights on, and since I didn't have any Sims moved in, there are going to be some rooms that are just like pitch black because they don't have any windows. But it doesn't look like that in the final product. So here's where it got real messy, because I was trying to find a dining table and then a bunch of chairs that would go with it, and I just could not find anything. So originally I was gonna go with that, then they said it was ugly in chat, so I was like, okay, yeah, you're right, that is ugly. And I think I changed the table that I go with completely, actually. I can't remember. Actually, I do remember now. I don't finish the dining area yet because I'm too indecisive. I go do the living room, if I'm remembering correctly. Or maybe I do. I can't remember. So yeah, this was like a really fun build. Honestly, I forgot how fun it is to build in The Sims 2. Because you don't have, like, obviously it's not as, like, intuitive as The Sims 4, but the swatch options, like, the way that you can get, like, I have so many custom swatches, and then you can also, like, mix and match different swatches on different parts of the object, is so much better than The Sims 4's swatch options, where you just have, like, the whole entire object changes as one swatch. I don't understand that. Okay, sorry, I had to make a really dramatic, or I had to go do something, so I kind of cut, but and I don't remember where we were, so you might be seeing the same thing twice. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, the swatches in The Sims 2, like, the system for it is so much better than The Sims 4, and I don't understand why they wouldn't have at least brought that back if they didn't want to do a color wheel, because that would have been nice. So I love the blue. We decided to go with blue. Oh my god, I'm getting, like, followers. I love my little notification. So we decided to go with the blue. We thought that looked nice, and then we wanted, like, a nice light wood to go with them, because people said that would match. People were, like, looking up color schemes and stuff for me, because I'm so bad at decorating, I needed help. So yeah, here I am. I think I find, like, a really nice light wood end table. I need more custom end tables. The end tables in The Sims 2 are so fucking ugly, and I don't have any good custom ones. But those ones right there, those are cute. So I do end up using those. I don't know what I'm doing, though, flying around the dining room with those for. I guess it takes me a while to decide to use them. Oh, there we go. And then I do close out of the game, so there's going to be a cut here. I do close out of the game because I wanted to enable a mod that would let me turn at a 45-degree angle for the television. Because I didn't want it to just be, like, tucked into the corner looking straight towards the couch. It just looked weird. So that does mean that television is basically not functional if you're sitting on the couch. You have to be standing up to watch it because The Sims 2 was not built with diagonal objects in mind. Like, you're just not supposed to be able to do that. So that did kind of mess up that, but I don't care. It looks nicer to me. And then here I am doing the bathroom, which I said, this is one of the rooms that's going to be super dark no matter what I do. I think I do delete a wall just so I can see what I'm doing. But yeah, like, the lights just won't turn on, even in nighttime mode. So it's just dark. And then I do quarter tile place that sink because I thought it looked nicer being centered. I throw my little thing in, and I always put toilet paper. Oh, I'm saving. I always put toilet paper rolls in my bathrooms because why would you not do that? So there's that. And I thought bathrooms are super easy in The Sims 2. I kind of always just make them look the same. I don't really like to go too crazy with it just because it's bathroom. Like, it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to do the second bathroom. So there's 2 bathrooms in this house. And this is, like, the master bathroom. Although it's also connected to the kids' room. So I think that's nice. There's, like, a little hallway that connects it. So I guess it's not a master bathroom since it's connected to 2 different rooms. And I gave them a nice big counter space for their sink in this one. So it's a little crammed with the toilet over in between 2 doors, but I didn't care. I would rather have the nice sink. And I do end up changing, like, yeah, I changed the little, whatever you call it, the little metal part of the toilet paper holder to match the doorknobs because I'm apparently crazy. So then we're doing the first bedroom. This one's kind of small, and I didn't put a lot of detail into it just because I didn't care. I have so many custom bed swatches, but most of them are not usable because they're just, like, so medieval themed. I think I end up just using the same exact end tables from the living room in there. Oh, I just slightly adjusted the colors. And then this is the second bedroom, the bigger bedroom, the master bedroom, I guess you would say, is, like, a really out-of-place room in the house. Like, I kind of wanted, like, we kind of decided to go with, like, a crazier design for this room, or, like, not crazy, it's still a well-designed room. It just doesn't fit the theme of the rest of the house, which is sort of, like, minimalist and, like, kind of modern, but not, like, super modern. This one is, like, almost kind of rustic. And I thought, like, I don't know, I feel like in real life you have houses like that where, like, there's just one room where it's like, wow, this one does not match any of the other rooms. It's, like, completely out of nowhere. So I thought that was funny. And it also ended up looking nice, in my opinion. So here I am trying to find ways to fill this room because it's gigantic. I end up filling it out pretty nicely because we have a lot of extra stuff we need to put in. And picking a bed is just such a struggle because I didn't want to reuse the same exact bed, but I think I end up using the same bed because that's hideous and I didn't like it. Yeah, I do end up using the same bed, if I recall. But I did go with the pink bed covers because I thought that was funny. Okay, what am I doing now? I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting there. Yeah, this build, I don't know what, I'm looking for something to fill out this room. This is the part where I struggled. I was like, I need to do something to fill all this extra space that we have. And I have so much custom decorations that it takes me a while to get through it all and figure out what I'm doing. I did put another mirror in, even though they literally have a mirror on the closet door, but I don't care. And then I think, oh yeah, I put a vanity in. which I never use these vanities. I think they're hideous, but for this room, it made sense to me to use it. And then I think I just put a dresser in, but I end up deleting the dresser. I didn't do it in this specific video, so you're not going to be able to see it, but I do delete the dresser and replace it with desk and a computer, because I realized I have a sim that writes, and she's not going to be able to work if she doesn't have a computer, so I did end up doing that. And I threw down a little rug, and I double placed it to make it look bigger, because I didn't want a tiny rug. Now here's where I'm picking the wood floor. I really love the floor that I end up using. Did I use this one? I can't remember. I'm stuck between two. There I am, trying to like be like, which one do I want? Which one do I want? I was gonna go with blue, but then like we thought that was too much blue on that rug, so we went with that nice striped rug. And I think this is the part where, yeah, I put these stools in. Eventually, I'm gonna completely like redo the kitchen. Well, not like completely redo it. I'm gonna change some things because we decided we don't like how it looks. I just really like how this house turned out. The more that I'm looking at it, the more I'm like, wow, this came together a lot better than I expected. Because when I was like originally placing the walls, I was like, this layout is just too much. I don't know how I'm gonna fix it. Alright, here's where I got into like an argument with my chat, because they wanted me to, you can see how I sort of have like the one tile split as to a corner. They wanted me to do that on both sides and have wood by those two doorways to the bathroom and the bedroom, and I thought it looked bad, but I do end up going with it just because that's what they wanted. I'm still not sure how I feel about it though. But that's what they asked for, so I did it. Now, here's me, like, arguing with myself. Do I really want that? But I do end up keeping it, so that's what that tile looks like. I don't know how I feel about that, though. It just bothers me for some reason. Oh my gosh, and then this room is, like, the most blandly decorated room in the world. I just, like, was sort of like, I don't know what to do with this room. It's so tiny. There's not really a lot of options. So I just kind of half-assed it, to be honest, because I was just out of ideas for how to do that room. So yeah, you're also gonna see, like, after I do all the inside and stuff, my favorite part is the backyard. Like, we have a fenced-in backyard. Actually, there's a couple things that I want to change about it now that I'm looking at it post-stream. I made the entire backyard like one giant patio, and I don't know why I did that when I could have like had a lot more grass and stuff and put some landscaping. So the landscaping is kind of like bare minimum in the backyard. In the front yard, there's a little bit more. Oh my god, and then we decided to pick like a really rich wood for this bedroom, which is why I ended up saying it doesn't really match the rest of the house, because the rest of the house is super light, and this one's like really rich and rustic and like pink too. But I still like the way it looks overall. It's still a cute room. Okay, and I'm starting to do the wallpaper and like stuff like that. I think we do pale yellow in the living room, if I recall correctly. Yeah, we do pale yellow, and then we do a slightly different color for the rest of the dining and kitchen area. I think I do a backsplash too. Yes, I am doing a backsplash. Okay. Because I hate not having a backsplash in my kitchen. It just doesn't look right to me. I think it's wrong. And here you can see this is where I'm like, we need to do some other counters because I just don't like the way those counters look. So I do end up finding, I think we do, I don't remember, a blue counter. We do like a blue countertop. Which at first I was like, blue? I don't really ever do blue counters. But it actually doesn't look that bad. These ones right here. I actually like the way that they looked. And I think it fit the house a lot better to have those in than those really dark ones that I had that were kind of like, I don't know, too much. So that's what the kitchen ends up looking like for the most part. I think I added a microwave. And I did add those two counters. I didn't mention it, but I added those two counters on the wall over there just because I wanted more space for my Sims to actually cook and stuff. Since, I mean, I guess they already have plenty of space. They have that giant island and everything, but it just, you can never have too much counter space in The Sims because they're going to be putting stuff on the counters and then be like, oh, I can't make my spaghetti. So just, you know, I prepared for the worst. Yeah, so a bland room. I'm just going to do bland gray wall because I just didn't know what to do with that room. And I don't even know what I'm doing now. Oh, now I'm going to start the outside, I think, which is where it gets fun. Because I really love how the outside of this house turned out, like with the brick walls that I'm going to choose, which you'll see in a second. Actually, it took me a while to find them, but... And here I am saying, do I want those windows on the side of the garage or not? Because I decided they looked gross. I do end up putting windows there, though. And it made me mad. I tried to put windows on the top where, like, the roof is, above the garage door, but you can't do that in The Sims 2. Even if the windows are the height of that wall, you still can't do it. And you're gonna see me struggle to try to... I put trim all around the bottom of the house, like that fancy stuff, because I didn't build a foundation, and I didn't like just having plain brick with nothing to sort of, like, be at the bottom of the wall to, like, I don't know. It just doesn't look right to me. So I did put this all the way around, and I really like the way that it looks. And yeah, I was gonna put that up there, and then I realized that's about as ugly as it gets. So I just went all the way around with that, and then I'm gonna do some landscaping after I get all this in, which this took a long time to do, because it's not easy to place all this junk. I think I placed on it twice because it was like, I didn't realize that it goes down with the walls, so I thought there wasn't any there, so I put more down. Or I might have done that when I was actually in live mode with the family that I moved in. Yeah, but I think that the inside, like, honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot more crammed, but it actually feels pretty nice and big in there. Like, the Sims can get around easily. It's not, like, any spots. Now, I was questioning, do I want to do those diagonal fences along the walls, or do I want to have them come out? And I thought it would look bad to have them come out, like, square. So I did do the diagonal, because we have the flowers for it, so I might as well. And I think it looked really nice. And I don't remember, I think I tucked the mailbox in by the door as well. Yes, I do. Because I didn't want it sitting out in the middle of nowhere. And don't worry, I get rid of that garbage can, because I have, like, a medieval replacement for my garbage can, and it's horrible. But I also have an invisible recolor of it, so they just have an invisible garbage can outside, since I can't put a real garbage can outside. And I was trying to figure out, do I want to make, like, a fake sidewalk with, like, the terrain paints, but then I realized that doesn't look good. So I do end up using, like, an actual floor tile, or, like, a floor stone pathway. And it ends up looking pretty nice. And I did not keep those shrubs or those bushes because they looked bad. Did I put flowers in front of the garage? I can't remember. I think I did put flowers in front of the garage. I'm painting my driveway. Which a lot of people were, like, confused why I didn't put a real driveway in. And honestly, you don't have to put a real driveway in. If you place, with Move Objects On, if you place an extender or a driveway extender and don't actually put a driveway in, it will still work. The car will just teleport right to the road. Which I think a lot of people don't know. I put in a fire hydrant because someone asked me to. And then it was hard for me to choose. I wanted to have at least one tree in the front yard to sort of, like, pull it all together. But the trees in The Sims 2 are kind of ugly. I think I ended up going with the mango tree, if I recall correctly. But it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. And I'm horrible at landscaping, too, so I don't try to go too far with it, because I can get, like, it's a slippery slope for me. I'll put one bush down, then suddenly I have, like, 4,000 bushes, and it's just like we're living in the jungle. And I didn't want to do that, so I did make sure that I didn't go too far with the landscaping. Oh my god, am I gonna find that bush or not? No, I did, okay. I mean, not bush, tree. I thought that looked cute, little tree in the front yard, and then we're gonna do the back patio, which took me a while to figure out how I wanted to do. And like I said, I'm not exactly 100% okay with the way that it turned out. Oh, I don't use that fence, by the way. I think if I would go back in to fix this, I would probably delete some of the patio and just have it be grass, and then do, like, some bushes and flowers and stuff. Although there is a garden area back there. There's a garden area, a sandbox, a swimming pool, and, like, an area for you to have grill and stuff. So it is a nice big area for you to, like, explore, I don't know, for usableness. So originally I was thinking, how do I want to split it off? Then I just kind of did, like, a little area. Which, like I said, I'm not sure if I like the way that this turned out, so, like... But I do like the sandbox. I think that's adorable to have a sandbox. I always do that. Well, I don't always do that, but I do that a lot with my houses. And then a little garden area, which I end up putting, like, paths in for instead of just having it be dirt. Yeah, I put, like, fake sidewalk, stone path type deal. Which I don't know if that turned out very well, but it turned out as well as it probably could. Obviously I don't keep the blue pool, I just don't like the way it looks. But I don't remember what I even went with. I think I did, like, something stupid. Okay, that looks pretty decent. And then I'm just decorating and making it a fun place for my Sims to hang out, so that we can have, like, parties and stuff, and it'd be really nice to have parties back here. And, like, oh, it's gonna be so fun to have, like, cookouts and barbecues and pool parties. Oh, I'm already excited. Now, I did try to find a fire pit, and I didn't realize you don't really have those in The Sims 2, other than, like, those types, which don't look right on a patio. So I do just make, like, a fake fire pit. It's not functional. I end up, like, well, you'll see in a minute. I end up making a fake fire pit, which it's not functional, but at least it looks nice to my eyes. I tried to make it functional, but it just wasn't gonna work. Okay, for some reason I'm stuck on the, okay. So here I am just looking through my thousands of things to be like, how can I make a fake fire pit out of you? And then I think I end up, yeah, I was gonna originally put that, like, effects display underneath that gardening pot, because you can roast marshmallows on it if you have the fire effect turned on, and then I could put those logs in there. But I just didn't like the way that the legs were sticking out, and I tried to sink it underground, but it doesn't, OMSPs do not work that way, so I couldn't sink it underground like I wanted to. But I do end up keeping it in the gardening pot with the logs in it as a fake fireplace, or fire pit, for them to just, like, they can still sit around it and, like, eat. It's just never going to be on fire. That's one thing I really need to get as custom content, is a fire pit for like the backyards and stuff, because like it's just such a good item to have for like outside parties and everything. It feels so nice to have. I end up deleting it, but I bring it back. And then I'm putting like a picnic table. Do I keep the picnic table? I can't even remember. I do. I thought I was gonna use this wicker furniture as like outside furniture, but I thought it ended up looking kind of ugly, so I didn't keep it. And I don't even remember what I do next. Okay, so yeah, I find some outside stuff. I put that little bench there because I thought it was cute. Then I do these chairs, and I was really particular about making them all centered correctly around this fireplace for some reason, or fire pit that's not even real. I just did a little bit of decorating. There's not really any outside toys for kids, so I kind of just did like a couple different like little baby seats out there too, and then a toy, and then you know, they could just play with toys for toy blocks out there. And then I'm putting the lights in the house because I never put lights in. Which I tried not to. Usually when I'm putting lights in a house, I just use ceiling lights because I'm lazy. But I wanted to actually like use lights as like sort of added decoration of the house as well. So like using wall sconces and stuff. I wanted to put that in the corner, but it ended up looking really stupid in the corner. So I did just put it on the wall like a regular person. Another thing I need is more like hanging lights, because there's not really a lot of options in The Sims 2 if you don't have custom content especially. So yeah, just put in like some lamps and stuff in. I think I don't even keep a floor lamp in there because I thought it looked ugly. Yeah, I just do more ceiling lights. I think other than that, I'm pretty much done with this build. I can't remember what else I did other than add like, oh, there you can see I put my invisible garbage can outside in a second. Just because my phone is buzzing, so that's really fun. Okay, let me just silence that. Yep, I'm gonna put my, and look at that, just the finished product, amazing, never been done before, completely innovative. So, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like the house, and if you don't, I'm very sad that you don't like it, but screw you. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you really enjoyed the video, subscribe for more. I'm gonna be doing a lot more Sims 2, Sims 3 stuff. Probably more speed builds, honestly, because this is really fun. I'm not much of a builder, typically, but I thought that this turned out really, really well. So maybe I will start building more. It just depends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.